So here we are, once again, looking at this desktop. It's finally cleaned up a bit, ain't it? Yeah, it was something, wasn't it? So somebody asked me about the baseball bat being like a sledgehammer, and I was just going to quickly show you all what I was messing around with today. Um, it didn't really work out, but that was kind of the idea. All those are physics-based objects, and I thought it would be kind of cool if maybe as they're falling, you could jump off one to the other, to the other, to the other, and so I tried to do that. And oh yeah, that's where they collide right there. Any collision, they make that smoke. But they don't fall to the right speed. They fall very slow for some reason, and I didn't understand that. But I've seen that before with other mods that are big. Big things don't act right in Beam for some reason. Neither do really small things. So, uh, I guess this has to do with how many time steps it does and all that good stuff. But I did try to drive on them, but not much luck. And I try to put the car over there. It's like, okay, drive from this one to that one. And then they're like, damn, I missed it. Gotta do it again. It got pretty frustrating trying to get the car to do right. Yeah. Yeah. What was kind of going through my mind was the solitude of thing, Superman's home kind of thing, with all those things. Not that that's what this was supposed to be, but that did kind of go over my mind a bit. Now we got a download folder. I got downloaded a bat from fab.com, and I'm going to import it into Blender to tell you what we're working with here. I haven't loaded it yet. I don't know what it looks like, but we're going to import it in here and see. It's going to be, let's see, there, downloads, baseball bat. It's a small bat there. I think it's actual size. Let's get a vehicle in here from the game. Import in the truck. Yeah, that's about the actual size of a real bat right there. Well, it wouldn't do much good to have that swinging around and hitting cars, would it? So it'd make it bigger. I don't know how big the guy wanted to make it. I don't go too crazy with it. Yeah, I think something like that. Now, some of these things from Sketchfab, this shit ain't gonna cut it. I just redo the texture from a lot of that stuff that's in I'm sorry, it's FBX formats, Autodesk format. I'll just redo the texture because all this Beam is going to care about anyway is just that base color right there. All the other stuff you need to plug them in the game. How about bat whack? That's what it's going to be, a bat whack. And just put that base color in it. There's the base color right there. I believe that is. Yep. All the others you got to plug them in into the game. You can plug them in here, but they ain't gonna do no good. They're not gonna show up in the game. It'll look better too once they got all the other maps in there. That's just the base color. And once it's got the normal mapping and the all the other no roughness and all that, that's gonna look really good. All right, so I don't want the top of the bat hitting the floor, but at the same time, I know some people are gonna want to swing this thing, and it can be very frustrating if you're trying to swing the bat, say, and hit the car right. It can really be frustrating if when you do it you keep hitting the ground, right, instead of the vehicle. So what I propose to do is make it so that the thing does not touch the ground at all, but it's anchored here. Like an anchor at the top and an anchor at the bottom that can swivel. It'll be able to swivel like this. Well, not like that, more like like that. And if you wanted it to just, many times you could do that. If you wanted to lift it up off the ground, have it up there, it would stay in place and just swing like that. You could have a few on both sides, like the hall of the what do you call it, the hall of death, where all these things are spinning at all these different times, and you got to kind of navigate through there. Damn it. All right, let me put the 3D cursor back where it goes. It does not go there. All right, and apply all transforms. You know what? Yeah, it'll be fine. I was thinking about moving it over, but no, I think probably better here. Apply all transforms, and we need to put this in a mod folder. Now, luckily, I already got one started, so we don't have to wait much, do much here really. I don't even know why I went there. I knew better than to go in there. So this white box is the one I was just doing. I'm just going to rename it to Bat Whack. I can't think of nothing really funny to go with that. Alright, so the info file needs to be the name of the mod. And then we'll delete the material file, let it redo that again. And the J-beam for the thing I was working on, we just need to take the nodes, the beams, and the triangles out so that we can replace them with the ones for the new one, which we don't have yet because we have not made a J-beam for the bat yet. The J-beam will be like a box that contains it. It'll be like the exoskeleton that it's within. Where it goes, the bat goes. If it bends, the bat bends. So I put a little asterisk next to that, like see the note below kind of thing, because yeah, it won't bend right if the damn thing isn't made right. You can have something bend and it all look all screwed up. It just takes time to learn how to do this stuff, so it's better. I'm gonna give it new reference nodes too. And the name of the mod, I'm just gonna call it Bat Whack, and that's also gonna be the name of the flex body here, since that's the name of the model in Blender at the moment. And I'm gonna give it group assignment. I guess how about B for bat? Wood. It is wood. Last I checked. Node weight. Alright, so node weight. Collision versus the ground, collision with the ground faults. Node weight, we'll get back to this. Right now we need to get our J-beam for this thing, so let's go back to Blender. Let's export the bat as a DAE. That's our model, which is not called that, it's called Bat Whack. I thought I named it. And make sure the texture is the same. Yeah. Alright. Export DAE into that folder. It don't matter what you name it here. It'll scan all the DAEs in there looking for the stuff that's the flex body names. Alright, now we gotta make a J-beam for it. I think the easiest thing to do would be to basically simplify the one that's here with a more simplified version. I mean, very simplified. I mean, super simplified. So, like, we make a mesh cube. You know, I guess I could subdivide it long ways once, I guess, so that it's not just 4 sides. Maybe do 6 sides. But what I want, um, shouldn't have much problem getting it there. So I'll put a loop cut in it. Without loop cuts, nothing will bend. Now I know bats don't bend, but it probably kind of would under the circumstances. So those new loop cuts I got in there, I need to. I don't have much luck doing this here. I've tried it before, where I'll tell this thing to have a modifier of a shrink wrap, and then I just pick the bat. But that actually did pretty damn good. It did pretty good. I think we'll go with that. Now there's not any reinforcements yet, meaning the only things that are connected right now are the beams in between each of those nodes. We'll probably have to reinforce it later, but just for now, we're going to apply all transforms. Let's apply this here. Apply all transforms, and let's give it a node prefix of about B for bat. Export DAE. I'm sorry, export JBeam. You'll need the JBeam plugin to export a plugin or export a JBeam file. I got links to that I've shared many times. I saved a Blender file first. Didn't I do that already? Where you save your Blender file is where your exported JBeam files will be sent to. You gotta save it or it won't let you send it. Now you can send it. It should say at the bottom if it exported it successfully or not. Now you can go into that folder and you'll see you got a folder for JBeam exported. So we got this white box, or did I call it cube? Oh man, no, it's cube. White box was the other mod. Alright, I'll put that over there. Now we're going to get the nodes here. And we'll put them over here where the nodes go. Starting under group B. Alright, they're going to go right there. And you gotta go down to the beams and copy the beams over there. Let's see. And then we're going to put the triangles. Now, my friends, that'll make a bat. That's all we had to do. But now to make it better, we'll need to put in reference nodes. We'll need to put in... I'm going to use these generic reference nodes. These are anchored, so they don't go nowhere. They're not going to make the camera spin around any crazy way or anything like that. I'll do this sometimes when I don't want to make a reference node for something that's like, you don't want to make a spinner a reference node if the damn thing, when you're spinning, you're going to be looking out the camera and you're going to be spinning with it. I don't think that works too good. I just named these reference node left back just for easy remembering. That's not really what you have to put there, but since that is what the nodes are named, that's what goes there. Alright, let's load it up, see if we get our bat. I think we've done everything. The only thing there is to do left is, I'll add that later. Let's just get it up and running first. And hopefully we'll have a bat spawn. 60% of the time, things work the first time for me. In this case, anybody wondering, about 60% of the time, It would not surprise me one bit if something didn't work right away. I expect it. It's like this time, we don't got no bat. We don't got no damn mod, no mod. We don't got no bat, we don't got no beams, we don't got no triangles. Unless it's underground. It is. It fell. It was underground. Well, hell. Well, that's because I put the reference nodes there. There we go. So there's our J-beam for our bat. But remember, I turned collisions off. I better turn them on for a minute and figure out why my texture didn't get created. Let's see here. Make sure the flex body's spelled correctly in Blender. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to manually make it. Sometimes it just does that. Oh, I must have saved it already. Control R to reload it. God, oh, that was loud as shit. Like Thor's turd fell on the ground, or what's the big Olympus guy? What's the big old tall mythical people? They're like big tall gods. Like one of them took a shit and that's what hit the ground. Is what it sounded like. Big old giant turds. Yeah. So remember I said there were no reinforcements in it, right? Well, that's why it's all flimsy. There's nothing that really defines it. It don't really have a backbone in it, you know. So it can bend where those places were where the loop cuts were put. Remember the loop cuts I mentioned? That's where things bend. Where there's a loop cut, things can bend. I put like 4 of them through there. What's going on with this damn thing, man? Damn it. Unable to create flex mesh. Batwhack. Problems reading requested configuration. Well, I know there's a thruster in here that doesn't have anything assigned to it, but I don't think that would have made it not load. Damn. I doubt that's it. That has to do with the part name. I don't think that makes a difference. But put it in there anyway. Now the thruster. Let me just give it 2 real quick. So thrusters work by putting 2 nodes. 2 nodes. One is where it's going, and one is where it's coming from. So if you were to tell it to be BL1 and BL41, then that's the first one. It's going to go around that way. Like if it's a rocket ship, and that's the rocket, the fire comes out the second one. Little people sit at the first one. That's why you can remember it. BL1, BL41. And 1s and L's look very similar. So BL1 and BL41. How much thrust? I'll give it a ridiculous amount. And I'll be using the brake to make it swing. see our mod. Alright, god damn it. I hate doing this. It's about the point where I'm about to decide, you know what? Hell with it. If I don't get some luck coming my way soon, I think it's going to be the end of this video. But if you're hearing this, and you know, I must have found some luck because I posted it. But now that's just what goes through my mind, man. I start getting irritated with this stuff, man. Because the thing is, a lot of the stuff you get these errors, problems, you don't get them normally. They're like when you make a tutorial, that's when they all pop up. That's when they all show their ugly heads. That ain't what that's supposed to be. God damn it. Well, apparently, it did not redo the texture. Oh, this got the name of the old mod in there still. And I deleted that, so unless I forgot to save. Now just to make sure, I'm going to delete the temp folder. I'll rule everything out. I'll reload it. Ah, the error. Line 54. Oh, you dumbass. Let me load this son of a bitch in the goddamn other program. JBeam Editor. Well, some really smart feller, and this guy was smart as shit. He didn't check his face orientation when he exported this thing. Face orientation is what side faces the camera and what side's the back side. Normally textures are not double-sided, so if you're not seeing something like in this particular case, it's a good chance it's worth checking out if the texture's right or not. But this didn't even make a texture. It didn't even make one. But it is inside out. To fix that. But I'm going to see what this thing says here. Has it got any errors? No, don't see none. Group B. Didn't put a texture in there. It's the J-beam that's inside out. Alright. Still need to flip it around. I still got I gotta export the normals, the ones with the flipped sides. Alright, Now we're going to make a bunch of beams, put them in between them, give it some reinforcement. So I put the cursor here, and add beams, add single. Put the cursor where you want it to put the beams. And we're just going to just connect one end to the other end